YouTube. Hello, McTown. Hello, Red Pill. This is Red Pill Win. Let me give it a few minutes to let everybody get a hold of the live stream. You know, let the people catch up. Let people know that the live stream's going on. Let it go through Discord and whatever social media app you got on there. You know, so those of you who are going to show up, I'd like to welcome you to the first installment of Shaking Hands with Pork. Basically, it's going to talk about the things in the manosphere, many of the things in the manosphere, with or without an audience. You'll catch it on, and those of you who are watching the playback, I'd like to thank you. If you want to give a thumbs up, give thumbs up. If you want to give a thumbs down, give a thumbs down. Now, shaking hands with pork. Now, what are the things one of the things I'd like to say is, well, let's see. We're going to basically talk about things either from the most egregious or most severe to the least severe, or most prolific and to the least. Both of them, all of which of the topics are severe, extremely severe. First, we're going to talk about just women like just pearly things. First things foremost, here's what I got to say. Actually, women like just pearly things, and a lot of things, people in the manosphere. First things foremost, just pearly things got money. And just like just pearly things, Andrew Tate, Sneeko, the Tate brothers, Sneeko, and many of these pickup artists are making money off of young men. Are literally making money hand and fist off of young men instead of telling them to keep their money in their pocket and save it because they're going to need it later on. But no, these people make money off of people that are desperate, that are what should I say? Desperate is I think is a good word for it. Desperate to satisfy the fire between their loins. You know, when a simple freaking hand and some lotions will do the trick the same way. You know, but yet they sell this information to these young men. Which it is almost healthier. I don't condone it, and I don't condone and support it. To just go out to the bar, just basically just ask whoever. You know, I wouldn't support or condone it. Now, women like just pearly things, as I said before, they have money. They have daddy's money. So she's not going to want or need for anything. You know, she's not going to want or need for anything because she has daddy's money. All she's doing with the money that is being donated on the super chats is basically trying to meet a quota that was probably set by her rich, dear old dad. You know, that's all she's doing is trying to reach a quota to meet or match dear rich old dad. You know, and with that being said, she doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about you. You are nothing more than a plebe to her. Oh, she doesn't wear makeup. She can't. She talks about manosphere stuff. If you look around, if you look around, women are talking about manosphere stuff either because they are desperate, or in their future stability and security is in jeopardy, or the future security and stability of their daughter is in jeopardy. They only talk about manosphere stuff. They don't believe it, but they talk about it because they're desperate, either for themselves or their daughters. The sooner you come to the grips with that fact, the more easier life would be for you. Young men, these women are desperate, especially if they hit 30. I mean, what like it? I mean, it is what it is. As much as I don't, as much as I, it is. As much as I don't want it to be, it is. Because if you look at the passport bros, how angry, how much vitriol they have for the passport bros leaving the country, how much they say, how they hate the abhorration, the hatred they have for the people who are just trying to find a slice of happiness. Basically, the vitriol in their face, the vitriol, the malice in their words toward the people who are just trying to find a little bit of comfort and happiness in their lives. You know, are they supposed to just sit here and take the insults, the degrade, the degradation, when they could potentially have some hope for a little while? But it's hope nonetheless. But to have this much anger, hatred, and vitriol for a group of people who basically accepted the fact that they can't find what they're looking for on their home, in their home country, in their home soil, they have to go out in the middle of the world to find it. In the middle of no, in some goddamn bum screwed rural farmland to find it. That which is worse. The next severe thing is Sneeko. Like just pearly things, Sneeko is another person that makes money off of men, off of young men, young influential men. What do they have in common? Well, Sneako's looks more like a feminized man. I'm just saying. If you put a chick with the same hairstyle and roughly the same facial structure next to Sneeko, would you be? I mean, you know, it is what it is. The only difference is the fact that maybe the body type. It's just what it is. Hey, it is what it is. Now, we're gonna drift back a little bit about Pearly Things and her. It's not just Pearly Things. It's the and it's her three sisters, to where I haven't felt the time nor the energy to go to research their names. Let me tell you something here. And this comes from history. This comes from historical fact. Women make the best spies. Women make the best saboteurs. And women make the best snipers. Women make the best saboteurs and the best spies because they can get in close. And either eliminate a target or best spies, assassins, and saboteurs. They make the best spies, assassins, saboteurs for a particular reason. They can get in close based on a man's wants. They get in close based on a man's wants. Based on a man's wants or desires or urges, they use that to get in close. That is why, in my eyes, Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un is in danger. That is why, in my eye, like I said, what does that mean? It's not just Kim Jong-un. It's men around the world, as men in general are in danger because they let their desires cloud their judgment. Look at the people who are subscribed to Just Pearly Things, Sneeko, the Tate brothers. They are all getting taken advantage of. They are going to be taken advantage of until they learn to understand their base desires is not in their favor. In order to get the things that you want to do, you have to be able to work at it. You have to be able to make small strides over a long period of time. You have to understand the situation. You know, you have to understand the situation. The real estate industry is typically gynocentric, but there are ways around it. There are ways around it. It's difficult. It's going to cost money, but you have to basically be willing to put in the work to elevate your status. Not for a woman, but for yourself. To have self-respect as a man, you have to put in work. You have to do the hard part. You have to do the hard things, not the easy things, the hard things. You have to literally force yourself to wake up early in the morning, look at the newspaper, see if there's any jobs that are paying more than what you're being paid. You have to see if there's any places that will train you on a trade. Welding, HVAC, A&P certs, AET certs, pilot, even if it's just basically just working with pilots or Doctors with No Borders with those pilots, you have to basically be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to put in the work to get what you want and need. You have to be willing to put in the long hours. You have to be willing to freaking budget to where you can actually do this yourself. It's possible. It is possible. It's just difficult. It's possible. It's just difficult. If you have friends and family that have their driver's license, you have to be able to go out and consult with friends and family to get your driver's license. It's possible, just difficult. It's possible, just difficult. From there, you will be able to purchase a vehicle and insurance. It's possible, just difficult. Now, we've already talked about the freaking just pearly things. We're gonna go in a more detail with Sneako, which is the medium of the severity, medium of the egregious. Sneako Sneako and his constituents are preventing young men from getting what they want and need. Sneako and his constituents are nothing more than a hindrance to young men to getting what they want and need. They are nothing more than leeches, basically feeding off of young men, paying them to literally just basically get this advice that should be told, not sold, while literally drifting and grafting off of the manosphere and the red pill in MGTOW. If they were true pickup artists, they would be doing this for free. They're using their looks and their money. They're using their looks and their money to get what they want. Not need, want. It's like these pickup artists in the YouTube and in a griftosphere. They put young men down to get them to pay for a program, for a little program that they probably don't even actually they don't even need in the first place. That is how they make their money. That is how they make their money. Now we're going to work with the Tate brothers. Andrew Tate is a kickboxer, is the muscle of the group. His brother relatives or whatever are the brains. Now, is Andrew Tate smart? Yeah, he's intelligent. I will say he's intelligent. Is his brother intelligent? His brother's even more dangerous. See, Andrew Tate will pick you apart in the ring. He will also pick you apart in life. His brother will pick you apart logistically. See, the thing is, what Andrew Tate is doing, he's an actor. Not only is he's an actor, and I will admit he's a skilled actor that is not bound by Hollywood. And he's influential. And he's influential, very influential. Andrew Tate would never he would never like me. Flat out. I already know it. You know, and I know why he wouldn't like me. Now, I don't work a normal 9 to 5 job. You already know that I'm a truck driver. Andrew Tate wouldn't like me because he believes that anybody that works a laborious job like garbage man, truck driver, um, whatever, he looks down upon. And like you, my fellow, like me, you're all my fellow brokies. You're all my fellow brokies. Welcome to the Brokey Brigade. But the difference is like I'm not afraid of sparkling water. I'll drink sparkling water you know, I will drink sparkling water if it's put in front of me. I ain't got no problem with sparkling water if it's put in front of me. But guess what? Sparkling water has never been put in front of me. So piss off. Sparkling water has never been put in front of me a day in my life. Like I said, I drink tap water. I drink water from the hose, from straight from the spigot. Yeah, and until all of them prove me otherwise, to me, shaking hands with them would be nothing more than shaking hands with pork because all of them are pigs. Every last one of them are pigs. Now, how do I feel about the Andrew Tate situation? Well, honestly, to be honest with you, I think it'd be a bad idea to remove him. Not because I like him. You know, he although with the whole thing, maybe I'm not. I don't agree with an unfair trial for him. You know, if he is if he's exonerated, so be it. But I think in order for stability, well, actually, in order for something worse not to pop up, it behooves them to leave him in place. Snake was just a little punk. Snake was just a little freaking. He's a little pussycat. He could be knocked aside in a heartbeat. But there's a young 15-year-old boy, young man, who is literally a million times smarter and a million times wittier and a million times quicker than Andrew Tate, and is a million times more brutal than Andrew Tate. You know, and that little boy does not. It just seems like he does not have any fornicates to give. So it behooves you not to ice Andrew Tate. Leave him where he is. Leave him where he is. Because if you remove him, there's always somebody who's basically more smarter than you. Look here, I see it as I see it like I see dating or dating a woman. There's always somebody with a bigger Johnson. There's always somebody with a bigger bank. There's always somebody with a bigger house. Just remember that. It is what it is. And when you realize it, when you wake up and see it for what it is, you'll truly understand. So handle that the way you want to handle it, you know. But I think they should probably not remove Andrew Tate because it's just going to invite somebody that's quote unquote more toxic than him. The next thing I want to talk about is my channel. As you've seen, all of my stuff are based on theory. I would like to, hopefully this weekend, I'll be able to do a video on what I keep, what building a bug out kit, you know, building a building an old crap box. Crap has hit the fan, but that's for later. This is Rick on the Wind, signing off.